Hey, life is good. Do you believe that? Well, my shirt says so it must be true. You know, that slogan is one that people put on a coffee mug and they put it on a baseball cap. The problem is, it's not real in their heart. I'm here to tell you today that life can be good because our God is great. He's ever faithful, and that's what we're talking about this week at Friends Church. Hey, my name is Pastor Chad DeWeerd, and we're continuing our sermon series about how to build a great life. And this week we're going to talk about commitment. And I want you to know that our commitment is simply a response to God's great commitment to us. We respond to Him in faith because He is ever faithful to us. We respond in love to Him because He is always loving toward us. This is the third part of our building program on how to build a great life. We've talked about laying a foundation of faith and then building a life of service, and now it's building a life of commitment. In fact, the Bible tells us in 2 Chronicles, an Old Testament book, that the eyes of the Lord range throughout the earth, looking to strengthen those whose hearts are totally committed to Him. Well, how about you? Are you seeking the Lord, knowing that He's seeking you? Is your heart totally committed to Christ? Well, if it's not, we can begin to lay some foundations in making that happen as well. You see, because your commitments are going to determine several things. Number one, they're going to show your values. What do you really believe is important? Not what you say, but what you do. It's going to shape your life. If you were to take the sum total of all the time and energy commitments that you've made this week, and you were to play them out, I could pretty well predict where you're going to be 7 days from now. And if you stick to those commitments for the course of a lifetime, we can basically look at where you're going to end up 50, 60, 70, or 80 years down the road. And the other thing that we need to look at is this, that our commitments will determine our destiny. That's right. And you can begin even this week, even today, right now, before I get done speaking. You can make a commitment to Jesus Christ and determine your destiny to be one that will forever be with Him in heaven by putting your trust and your faith in Jesus Christ as Savior and following Him as Lord. And if you're already following Him right now, the question is this: if Jesus Christ is not Lord of all your life, is He Lord at all in your life? Join us this week as we take a look at least 4 things that are going to help us practically to seek God by putting Him first in each day, and by giving Him the first day of each week, and by giving Him the first portion of all of our income. And then fourthly, by giving Him first consideration in every thought. How many of you have turned to the Lord and you found Him only to be a last resort rather than a first resource? A last chance rather than your first choice? You need to know, friends, that He chose you, and what a great response it would be to choose Him. I pray that we see you this week, and I ask that the Lord would give you a great day and a wonderful weekend. May He bless you to be a blessing.